prime time right here on cable TV. It's Taped with Rabbi Doug next.
And we're here in South Florida with Tape with Rabbi Doug. I'm Jeff Mustard from King David Bikers, and we are Jewish bikers who ride.
The real dream is to be on cable access.
Really? Well, you are right here on Taped with Rabbi Doug.
Oh, Rabbi!
We want to be on Rabbi Doug.
Shalom and welcome to Taped with Rabbi Doug. I'm here on location in southern Florida, and we are about to meet with Jeff Mustard, the president of the largest Jewish motorcycle riding club in America, the King David Bikers. And here he comes now, Jeff Mustard. Welcome to the show, Jeff.
Hey, Rabbi Doug, how are you?
Great. Can you tell me something? You're here in southern Florida, but this group is really not just locked into southern Florida, is it? You've got members all over the country.
Well, Rabbi Doug, I want to tell you, King David Bikers has, we have over 210 members in the United States, and we have members in 10 states and 3 countries.
Wow.
It's unbelievable.
Wow. Now, how long have you been riding motorcycles in your life?
Well, I've actually been riding motorcycle for only 32 months, but I have 33,000 miles, which is like, motorcycles is like the equivalent of dog years in riding anything, because the average rider puts on about 5,000 miles a year, and I put on about 12,500 miles a year.
Wow, wow, wow. So you enjoy riding a lot?
I love riding. It's my thing.
You know, when people think, what is a Jewish motorcycle riders club of sorts, and King David Bikers is very unique, I kind of, after talking to you and learning about the organization, I think of it like a B'nai B'rith of motorcycle riders, because you guys really have a very deep Jewish focus in your group, don't you?
Well, we do, and that was part of my original vision, was to create an organization that had as its backbone, as its spine, Judaism. And as the slogan of the club states, we share the passion to ride and the bond of our faith. And so it was important to me that we create a group that is culturally strong, and we are bound by our heritage, because we as Jews, as you know, have an incredible heritage and a tremendous history, and you could be anywhere in the United States or the world for that matter with another Jewish family, even if they're very religious or not very religious, but still there's this incredible bind between us, and that only comes from being Jewish and having nearly 6,000 years of history.
You know, my first connection is David Feingold, who lives in the Chicago area, who was a viewer of my show and told me about King David Bikers. I went on your website, kingdavidbikers.com, and saw what a wonderful organization you are and how vast you are. And really, it's just amazing that he said to me, you really should meet our president and have him on your show. So I came down to southern Florida to meet you, and I'm so glad to be here. Tell me, within your riders, you have rabbis, doctors, I mean, people who are really professionals, don't you?
Well, it's amazing, but the answer is yes. That shouldn't be surprising, but what I find amazing is that in our group of 210 people, it's really an incredible microcosm of who we are as Jews. And yes, we have a preponderance of doctors and lawyers and dentists and urologists and optometrists and psychiatrists, and we have a lot of social workers. We have a bunch of retired business people. We have a bunch of semi-retired business people. But we also have, people who are involved in the trades, more traditional blue-collar, labor-oriented sort of work. And I find that interesting and fascinating, because regardless of the spread of the profession and the range of the income of the group, at the end of the day, everyone gets along as though there is no difference in education range, no difference in socioeconomic range, no difference at all. And that's what makes being a member of King David Bikers and being a member of this Jewish motorcycle riding organization so special.
It's a wonderful thing. I'm here with Jeff Mustard. He's the president of King David Bikers. And stay with us here on Taped with Rabbi Doug. We'll be right back.
Rabbi Doug.
And you're watching Taped by Rabbi Doug.
This is Jeff Mustard. I'm Rabbi Doug, and we'll be right back.
I'm Peter Yarrow of Peter, Paul, and Mary, sometimes known as Puff the Magic Dragon, and I'm hiding the great face of Rabbi Doug. Watch him. Rabbi Doug. It's a wonderful show.
Welcome back. We're here on Taped with Rabbi Doug. I'm here with Jeff Mustard, once again, the president of King David Bikers, and it's just an amazing thing you guys do. Now, you guys, as a nonprofit Jewish organization, do fundraisers for different organizations in the Jewish community. Can you tell me some of the things you've done, raise money for?
Sure. Well, because we're very spiritually and culturally oriented and connected as Jews, we know that mitzvah is an important thing to do. And so we've made it a mission to do lots of good work in the community, both locally and nationally.
Or internationally.
And internationally, actually. So we've done work with Jewish foster adoptive care agencies here, where we've done picnics and fundraising and making burgers and having a barbecue with those people. And we had an incredible event, which I called the Dreidel Drive, which was for Hanukkah this year, and we had about 100 bikes show up, and we went to a park where the Chabad was, and they were having a festival, and we came and we had 100 bikes, and it was just a huge success, and it was a lot of fun. We've devoted a lot of time and money to it. There's a biking brother right there. Huh? We've devoted a lot of time and money to the Friends of the Israeli Defense Force because our feeling about it is without these beautiful, brave, bright and courageous young Israeli soldiers, there wouldn't be Israel. And without Israel, we got a big problem. So we have taken on as a mission to do fundraising for them, and we've hosted them and had them here. But the biggest thing that we're doing, and what I've been leading up to, is a ride this year to Washington, D.C.
For Yom HaShoah.
For Yom HaShoah. And what's really spectacular...
Which is Holocaust Memorial Day on the Jewish calendar.
Right. And what's particularly special about this is this will be the first time ever in the history of history that Jewish bikers from around the country will be convening on Capitol Hill to be part of this first time, never before been done, world-class history-making event of Jewish bikers coming together from all points in the United States. Right now, we have between 150 and 200 Jewish bikers coming to Washington from 14 different states and 2 countries.
Wow.
It's unbelievable.
That really is unbelievable. And you know, you hear about bikers having rallies and get-togethers. What a Jewish way to do that on such an occasion.
The reaction has been just phenomenal, not just from the media, because we've gotten press. You know, all over the country and internationally. I mean, it is just a huge buzz, and I'm getting emails from all over the world, and I'm getting phone calls from all over the United States, and people want to know about the event. They want to come to the event. They want to be part of it, and we're having a big dinner on the Thursday night before Yom HaShoah Day, and with Jewish bikers from around the country. We've got the big ride on the day of the event, which is going to be unbelievable, and so we're excited as can be. But most importantly, we have to remember what the event is for, which is to remember those who perished in the Holocaust, of course.
6 million brothers and sisters that were lost.
So we're riding to remember so that we never forget, and that's the idea of the ride.
Tell me, how is this all set up with the government? Obviously, somebody along the way had to make the arrangements to get permission and permits. How did that all come about? Did you do that yourself?
Mostly with some help from some people, and that's coming together pretty well. I don't think they're really too concerned about a group of Jewish motorcyclists. You know, the biggest problem would be the fact that we might terrorize a restaurant, or if somebody gets wise, we might smack them in the head with a bagel. I'm not too worried. We might look mean, but if you don't watch your step, you can be guaranteed we'll sue you. So I think we're okay.
I love it. Well, this should be. This history-making event should be just only successful and wonderful. This is a great thing, and I think that people around the world are going to hear this. One thing that's really cool is that you hear about Beamer clubs and Harley clubs and people who ride, but you have motorcycles of all brands and types that people are riding to join you together, don't you?
We do. We don't discriminate or by any type of bike or brand. That's not what's important. What's important is that you're Jewish, that you ride, and that you want to be with your Jewish biker brothers and be part of the kind of experience that we only have as Jewish bikers.
Here's a big question.
Yeah.
Do we have biker sisters with you also?
Oh, we do. In fact, we have in our South Florida chapter, we have it's either 7 or 8 female Jewish bikers.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Now I know for a fact 2 of them actually haven't told their mom that they ride. I don't know how they managed to pull that off, but we do have female Jewish bikers, and that's particularly amazing.
That's great. Well, we're here on Taped with Rabbi Doug. Jeff Mustard is just incredible with this King David Bikers group, and we're going to be back with them in just a moment. So stay with us right here on Tape with Rabbi Doug.
I am an American.
I am an American.
I'm an American.
I am an American.
I'm an American.
I am an American.
I am an American. I am an American.
I am an American.
I am an American.
I am an American.
I am an American.
I am an American.
I am an American. I am an American. I am an American. I am an American.
I am an American.
I'm an American.
I am an American.
I
am
an American. I am an American.
I am an American.
I am American.
I am America. I'm an American.
I'm an American.
I'm an American.
I am an American.
I am an American.
I'm an American.
I am an American.
I am an American.
Hi, I'm Jeff Mustard, president of King David Bikers, and you're watching Taped with Rabbi Doug.
We're back here on Taped with Rabbi Doug, and I'm here with some of the King David Bikers. I want to welcome 2 people who look like bikers, not only Jeff Mustard, who looks like a biker, but these 2 gentlemen next to me. And it's interesting to find out that they're not just bikers, but the man on my right, on your left from me, is the spiritual leader and advisor of the King David Bikers, Rabbi Zachary Batash. And Rabbi Batash is not only Rabbi Zachary Batash, but he is also Rabbi Zig-Zag, I understand.
That's correct. Shalom Aleichem, Rabbi.
Aleichem Shalom. It's a pleasure to have you on the show. Can you tell me, first of all, finding that you're a biker and a rabbi, which came first?
Actually, the rabbi came first.
And you're an Orthodox rabbi?
But actually, the biker came first. I've been riding motorcycles. Actually, first time I was on a motorcycle, I was probably 4 years old. And through that, through my college days, and through my days riding around, in '96, I picked up this '96 Fat Boy, and then a 2002 Ultra Classic Harley Davidson. So I'd have to say the bike came first, then the rabbi, then the Sneezecake.
Very nice. And next to me on my left is Dr. Eric Brodsky. He's an optometrist, but can you tell me which came first, the biker or the eye doctor?
The eye doctor definitely came first. However, I started riding a few years back, and it's just an incredible feeling when you get on a motorcycle, and to join my brothers in my faith of Judaism is an absolute pleasure.
Very nice. Very nice. Now, you have, to our viewers, the Chicago Connection. A bunch of your friends are watching us right now. Can you tell us about when you lived in Chicago and why?
I went to school in Chicago, at Illinois College of Optometry. Back in 1992, I got out and came back to sunny South Florida.
Very nice, very nice. So, how did, first of all, let me ask you, Dr. Eric, how did you find out about King David Bikers and get involved to begin with?
One of my patients, his name is Mark Schwartz, came in and told me about the club, and I inquired and met a bunch of really nice people and decided to join them.
Great, great. And Rabbi Zig-Zag, tell me, you obviously, you said that you've been riding bikes for a long time, and motorcycles are obviously something very close to you in your life. How did you hook up with King David Bikers, and did you have some Jewish friends that rode with you before that, since you've been riding for so long?
The answer is yes. I did have some friends that I rode with that were Jewish beforehand. But when I saw the information in the Sun Sentinel and the Miami Herald on Jeff Mustard and King David Bikers, I was very, very interested. Rabbi Moshe Meir from the Chabad Lubavitch Synagogue here in Fort Lauderdale looked at me and said, you know what? This might be for you. He said, I'd really like you to do this. We sat down and we talked about it, and I called Jeff. We set up a meeting. We had a meeting, and a meeting went well, and we went from there.
Very nice. And Rabbi Moshe Meir and I were on the phone together last night, so it's interesting. It's interesting that you and he know each other as well. Tell me something, Jeff. You obviously are friends with these two gentlemen, and that's why they're here today, and you told them about the TV show. You wanted to have a rabbi, or did you just come up with a rabbi in this organization?
From the very beginning, I knew, as I explained earlier, that I wanted to have some Judaism involved in the club. Yes, we're bound by our faith through our cultural connection and through the heritage that we share as Jews. But I thought that if I could create a club that provided an environment where Jews can begin to reconnect to their faith, who perhaps have not observed for a long time, that would be an extraordinary thing. And I explained to Rabbi Batesh when we first met that this would be a slow drip intravenous process, that while he's an Orthodox rabbi, we're not an Orthodox club. And many of the people who are members of this club are more culturally Jewish than observant or religious. Although I will tell you, we have about 8 very, from guys, super religious guys from Miami Beach. But having said that, the fact is the majority of the people are beginning to enjoy the reconnection of their faith. And I call that Torah light. The rabbi has created environments and situations that go beyond the biking day for us or biking events. Although we have biking events that revolve around Judaism, the fact of the matter is we try not to let the religion interfere with our biking, but we respect the religion as part of our biking experience. So
you would never, for example, on Rosh Hashanah, have a gathering of bikers riding together to meet, but you might have an event in honor of the holidays coming up.
Correct. Yeah, exactly.
It's wonderful. And I myself, as a TV host and an Orthodox rabbi, work in the Orthodox, conservative, and Reform communities, teaching and doing other things as well. So I know exactly what you're talking about and exactly how Rabbi Zig-Zag, and I love the name, I know exactly how being a chaplain for people who are not observant but want to make that connection or reconnection works. And I think it's just a wonderful way to do it. You find a hobby and you get that little pintele yid in them, that little spark of Judaism lit up through their hobby, because they're able to be with people of their own faith with the same heritage, some of the same beliefs, and the same values.
Well, you should know, and I'll let Rabbi Zig-Zag jump here in a second, but it's important to point out that he's a very special man and a very special person on a lot of levels. And I was receiving, again, emails from around the world. I had a rabbi in California who wanted to leave California and come here and be our rabbi. I had people who wanted to be the rabbi here, and I interviewed 4 rabbis, which nobody would believe that there's, A, Jews who ride, and B, motorcycle riding rabbis. That's impossible. It can't be. Well, it is. And you should know there's 50,000 of us in the United States. But anyway, he was a guy. We met, we talked. He's a biker, he's a rabbi, he understood the vision I had, and he's the guy. And
can you tell me what makes this so fulfilling for you?
I'm gonna say 2 things. It's very fulfilling because, first off, in this club, and much like in the shul that we're in by Chabad, I know that you understand and realize how we are with labels. We try and dissolve the labels of Reform, Conservative, Orthodox. People say, you're an Orthodox rabbi. I'm a Sephardic rabbi. That's where I come from. We like to dissolve labels because although, and Jeff is very accurate when he says Torah light, we found that people are looking to grab mitzvot on every level. As you said, with the pintele yid, the little flame of Jewish light in the neshama, in the soul, every Jew has the ability to reach out and to grab the spark, especially on something like Yom HaShoah and this very special ride we're doing. Every Jew has the ability to reach out and do this great mitzvah. We're dedicating a Sefer Torah from the Holocaust. On Sunday, all of the King David bikers and Jeff will be there. Jeff has been kind enough to get everybody there for the Sefer Torah procession. This is a Sefer Torah that we're literally bringing back to life from the Holocaust, to bring these Jewish souls, to let them know that they are remembered and they are not forgotten. And then everybody will have an opportunity to be able to put a letter in the Sifrei Torah, to be able to celebrate the Sifrei Torah, and to remember and never forget.
Wonderful, wonderful. We're here on Taped with Rabbi Doug. I'm here with the King David Bikers and their president, Jeff Mustard. I want to thank Rabbi Batash. I want to thank Dr. Brodsky for being with us. And I'm going to return with Jeff for our final segment today. So stay with us right here on Taped with Rabbi Doug.
Hi, I'm Robbie Benson. You're watching Taped with Rabbi Doug.
We're back here on Taped with Rabbi Doug, and I am just in awe because what type of biker organization or club would be complete without their own merchandise for their bikers to wear? Bikers with chutzpah, I love it. 100% all beef kosher bikers. Let's take a look here. Ride responsibly, eat kosher. King David Bikers. What do we have next here? Bikers with matzo balls. It must be Pesach time. King David Bikers.
We can't leave out the women. Can't leave out the women.
For those who want to
the women
wear black and be a babe, you ladies, we have 100% kosher all beef biker babe. These are great. What a great way. By the way, if you want King David Bikers merchandise and you want to wear that stuff, contact me right here. Either click on our website, www.tvrabbi.com, or email me at info@tvrabbi.com, and I'll tell you how to get those. Jeff, this has just been an incredible experience to meet you guys, to be here. I just wish you much success. What are your plans for the future? I know the big ride on Yom HaShoah. What are future plans, the outlook for King David Bikers?
this has gone better and bigger than I had big plans for it, but it's actually gone better and bigger than I had thought it might. It turns out that we right now have started chapter inquiries to start King David Biker chapters in 21 states and three countries, which is unbelievable. And I guess the neatest thing that's happened in the short term is this clothing line that's come about. And so
people can identify themselves.
You know, it's the first of its kind ever. And so
not only wearing a kippah can identify you as Jewish,
right,
but wearing a King David Biker's outfit also can.
Yeah, well, so what ended up happening was, as part of a natural evolution of this club, people were really enjoying the shirts, right? And I didn't start with 100% kosher whole beef biker or matzo balls or ride responsibly kosher, but it just sort of came, and people just are loving it. And when we're on the street, my wife gets requests for people to send it to them. We get requests literally from all over the world. We're sending shirts all over the world. So it dawned on me there's really a market for this and a need for this. So I have set up an organization called KDB Gear, which is a line of clothing for Jewish bikers. And I market it under the name of Merchandise for the Motorcycle Riding Mensch and Menschette. And both Jewish boys and girls can get, interesting and fun clothing for the biker in their life, the biker that they know, the biker for the friend that they know, or whatever it happens to be. And so it's gone unbelievably well. Plus, we have our own King David Biker cigar. We have our own cigar. It's called the Machaya, and we will be bringing them with us to Washington for the Yom HaShoah ride, and I'll be giving those out because that'll be unbelievable. And instead of it being Hecho Imano, which is what usually they are, this is Hecho Yadayim, which is kind of fun. And it's really the original Cohiba, Heeba. So it's a fun product, it's a novelty product, but most importantly, it's a very good cigar. So we're having fun with the caps and the shirts and all the stuff.
That's so cool. Well, I wish you much success with that as well. And I just want to thank you so much for being on the show, for inviting me here to Southern Florida to be with you. And it is just beautiful out here, as everybody thinks it is in Chicago, because it's not as beautiful there. But I want to thank you for being on the show, Jeff Mustard. I want to wish you much success with the King David Bikers, that your message of Jews should reconnect with other Jews and with their Judaism is an important thing, and I think King David Bikers gives many people the opportunity to do that didn't have the opportunity beforehand. I want to thank all of you for being with us here on Taped with Rabbi Doug. Remember, we're on every week at this time. Be sure to check out our website, www.tvrabbi.com. Once again, thank you, Jeff Mustard, the King David Bikers, Rabbi Zig-Zag, Dr. Eric, the whole gang for being with us. And we hope to see you next time right here on Taped with Rabbi Doug. Shalom.
Shalom.